Welcome to Yeshiva Daf Shir sponsor Lui Nishmas Armi Yakoshom Navas Yitzchok. We're holding in Basra Daf Nundalit. We're starting from Gimel base in the bottom of the last line. So look at the Gemara. Omar of Yirmi Biro, Omar of Yudo. Hayman, we're in Daf Nundalit now. Teshodo lifto be pili de ara de. Someone threw lefes, which is a type of vegetable, into a cracks in the field of a ger. So he didn't plow. There was already holes. He just threw some seeds into it. Lo yav chazak. It's not chazak. My time of beida the shodo lo yav shoch. When he threw it in, he didn't do anything. He didn't. The field had holes anyway. He threw in some small seeds. They didn't do. That's nothing. Later grows. Suddenly you have a plant growing from the seeds. Yes. But the plant that growing from the seeds is considered to be something new that comes later. It's almost like a groma. Chazaka needs to be that you're actually doing now mysis. If you're plowing, you're changing it now. If I'm just putting seeds, they're not really changing anything yet. Continues the Gemara. Omashmo. Hayman the posher diklo adaito the diklo koni daite chayus koni. Someone goes and cuts out the branches of the tree. Cuts it out. So if he's doing it for the purpose of making the tree better, so that's chazaka. He's changing the tree. But if he's doing it on das, that he wants to go and feed the animals, and that's the only purpose he's doing it for, so you don't say as a chazaka on the tree, because it's not doing it for the tree. As the Rashbam explains, even though we make a like dekel, so he says it has to be doing the no goder parts. That I'm doing something for the karka. It's considered to be as if he's doing chazaka shalom midas. I have to do chazaka for that purpose. Now, one thing the Rashban does mention here, that in a case where I'm in doubt, and it could be both, could do it for the dekel, could for not, could do it for the trees, it could be he's doing it for something else, then you say there's a chazaka. But when I know he's not clearly doing it for the tree, then there's no chazaka. So the more now explains what does it mean. Hey Chidami, what's the case? If he takes the branches all around the tree, the right side of the tree, the left side of the tree, then he's taking it for the tree. But if he's doing it only from one side, and the other side is keeping intact, then it's clearly for the animals. Why? Because he's taking out only one side of the tree. He's not really fixing the tree. If you fix the tree, you have to do all sides of the tree. Hayman de zochi zichyo adaito de arakani adaite tzivi loikani. What is zoki zichyo? So Shbam says he's cleaning up the field from the wheat. He's basically weeding. He's taking out all the weeds. So if he's doing it for the purpose of the wood, he wants the wood for himself, not a kinyan. If he's doing it to make the field better, it's a kinyan, very similar to the tree. Hey Chidai, what's the case? If he's taking the big branches and the small branches, he's just cleaning up. He's only taking the large branches. Leaving the small branches for what? The small branches is leaving it there. That means he's not cleaning the field. The field's still dirty. But he's doing it because he wants it for the animals. So he wants it for the wood. So someone who goes and he's making the field, he's straightening it up, making it straight. Atay dar for the field, kani. Atay the beidor, he's not doing it for the purpose of the field, but he's doing it for the beidor in order to be able to make a goyren, a pile of grain. Like Echidam, what's the case? How do we know the difference? Shakal mulyo v'shodo binotzo. If he took the mulyo means the Rashbam says a tel. A little hill. Notza is a little valley, meaning a little pit. He's going and taking from the hill, putting in the pit, meaning he's trying to straighten the land. So then at that time, he wants to make the land straight, then he's able to plow it better. If all he's doing is, he's just squaring off the hill, or squaring off the pit, but he's not making it straight. That's the Beidori, then he wants to do a Beidori. That's how the Rashbam learns the Sukkah, because the Rashbam learns that Beidori you do in different levels. You can have different steps on the ground. As long as it's straight, that area, it's fine. You need to make a full flat land. Toys brings Rias against the Rashbam. Want to say maybe the Gears is the opposite. Says the Gemara of Mashmur. Another example of Shmuel regarding Nichse Ali Koy Nichse again. Hayman de potach mayo be'aro. He opens water in the land, meaning he opens water that he is, as the Rashbam says over here, he puts water into the field. She consummasade. Adaita de'aro. If he does it for the land, for the purpose of the land, so land should be watered. Kind of. Adaita kavre for the fish. He wants to grab fish. Loikoi. Hechidami. How do you know the difference? Basra trei bovi. He opens two openings. Chad mi'ayev, chad mafik. One brings the water in, one brings the water out. So why is he just allowing the water to flow through the field? Adaita kavre. That's a clever way to capture fish. He makes a big hole in the beginning, a small hole in the bottom. The fish can't go through. He doesn't want the water. But if he only makes one hole, lets the water go in and stays there, that shows for the land. So the more now, he used to saw the achlo diklo betavshicho. She went and she ate. She did a chazaka by taking the branches of the tree only from one side. As the Gemara said, pashach diklo. She's taking it out for the deka, only one side. She did it for 13 consecutive years. Also, Rafik Tusipur, came one person and plowed a little bit below the tree. Now, this field is talking about a field of a ger. Also, coming to Levi, came in front of Levi. She gave it to the hands of this person. So she came and she starts crying. So he said, why do you mean? I have chazaki for 13 years. Suddenly he's coming. Sorry, that's not a chazaka. Chazaka, you need to do the entire tree. You did only one side. Even doing a tsur is similar to what we said before, as the Rashbam says. So we said previous daf. You make a small tsur in nichse hager, you make a small shape, you koine with a shape. Says why? The more brings a raya ma'aserav. The only way Rav purchased, caught, was koine. The ginsa de beirav, what's the ginsa de beirav? The field of that was next to the beis medrash of Rav. The only way he was koine is only by doing a tzur, a small shape, showing that a shape, that's what it is. Now, interesting nekuda, just to mention over here, that what is ginoso the beirav is next to the beis medrash to made a field. There's a discussion of place king. Can you grow a field, garden next to a beis medrash, next to a shul? Or do you say the trees are going to ruin the shul? So the Mahasham brings a right from our Gemara that you could grow a tree next to a shul because Rav wanted ginoso the beirav. He purchased. He was koine bechazaka a field, a garden next to his beis medrash. Interesting, right? Something more itva. Sodeh mesuyemes b'mitzareh. You have a sodeh, and the field is very clearly bordered. You see clearly what is the border on all four sides. Omar Avuna Marav kivan shekishbo mokashechod kono kulo. Once he plowed a little bit, he's koine the entire field because it's a surrounded field similar to what the Gemara understood till now. Shmuel Amalon, he argues, he's only koine where he plowed, not more. Only the area of plowing. That area, whatever he plowed, whatever he didn't plow, he did not plow, even though the field is surrounded. This is one on base. If it's not bordered, so then everybody agrees not koine the whole field. Because it's not clear where the field is. Rashi, the Rashbam explained, talking about a pika g'doyla, a big valley. So it's open to other places. So at kama until where? So you need to go, the Rashbam learns, you have to plow the entire field from one edge to another and come back the entire thing. So you do two plows on the entire field, back and forth. You koine the sod, even though they didn't do the entire field. He argues. So he says we have to do what's called a kimani al telim. The size of a plow, the minimum size of plowing, back and forth, that's good enough. Property belongs to a goy. If the goy sold it to a Jew, anybody could go and be kohen it, like a desert. I mean, it's hefker. Why? So the explains. My time. Once the goy gets the money, he's out. Why? Yoshbam explains. Because a goy is kohen with mammon. We learned that in Masas Kiddushi. So a goy is kohen. You give money to a goy, he's kohen right away. Yeah, right? That's his kohen. Yisrael lekohen and mati shtar liyodi. But the Yisrael is not kohen until he gets the shtar in his hand. Until he's not getting the shtar. Why? Because that's the takana. He takana, the dereso. So you're not kohen b'momen, you're kohen b'shtar. So you have to be kohen with one of the kinyarim of the. So just giving the money is not enough until you give the shtar. Even though sadi nikra b'kesef, but when you have a shtar, you're relying on the shtar. That's what the Rashbam says as well. That the Rashbam brings is that Fili Son Mechaver Lokoni Bezuzah Shechtor Otashtar. The coach can work with Kachavim. He says even by a goy, it's even more so because the person doesn't rely on it until he doesn't have the document. So Yisrael's waiting for the shtar. So let's vision the process. Yisrael gives money to the goy is out. The Yisrael, until he doesn't get the shtar, the document, he's not kohen. In between, what happens to the field? The field is hefker. So that's what the Gemara says. Until the shtar comes to the end. That's why it's considered to be like a desert, which is hefker. Anybody is kohen. The Shmuel say that. We have to go with the rules of the land, of the king. The king says, you buy the land only with the shtar. In other words, the owner of the shtar, he gets it, not on your own. So here, that the guy gives a shtar to one guy, you should be going to him because that's the law. I don't know. There was this story in this place. Israel, the Zavan Aram of Kechavim, there was a Jew who bought a purchase of land from a goy. Plus, Yisrael there came another Yisrael and plowed a little bit. Also, came into Avyudo, Kobiyada, the Shane, came in front of Avyudo, he gave it to the hands of the second one. So you see clearly he's not going over here with dealing with Chuzadina. That's what he says. Now, the Rashbam says, there's not a question, maybe there wasn't dealing with Chuzadina. Maybe the law of the land there was different. It's not a real question. Well, he says more about the question, maybe you got a different answer. Only do the Usakal Mars. Also, Bagi Metav. There were people that did not pay their taxes. People that did not pay taxes. They don't give taxes to the king. What does the king say? Anybody pays the tax, he gets the land. So here, they didn't pay the taxes. They don't get the land. So there it was right for the one to be kohen because he's going to pay the taxes. That's why it's not a raya from there. There, anybody who pays taxes is the owner of the land. In that case, the second guy was the one who paying the taxes. But in a regular case, you don't see the Chuzadina. Something more of Uno Zovan Aram of Kechavim. He bought a land from a goy. Also, Yisrael Acher Rav Bipurto. Similar story comes to Yisrael and digs it a little bit. Also, he puts it in the hand of the second one. You want to tell me, because you're going with Shmuel, that we just learned right now, that when the guy sells it, someone can come and grab it. So how would you should go like the other Shmuel. What about the first Shmuel that we learned in the Daf? That once if you plow, you only buy the place of plowing, you don't buy the entire field. But there I hold like my Shmuel, meaning like Rav. Once he did one plow, you koine kula. And in other words, he says, you're losing out. Because I hold like Shmuel on one thing, but not the other thing. I hold like Shmuel the fact you could take away the field from someone who's slaves from a guy. But I don't hold like Shmuel that you have to plow the entire field. One more sentence over here to finish this daf. Shov Rabuna Barabin Yisroel Shlakach Sodok Yechom a Jew buying from a goy. By Yisroel Achav Yitzlik Bo, the second one does it. Any Mutzim Shaviyah don't take it from his hand. Everybody agrees to that. They don't take it out from his hand. What about Dina de Mechusadino? So the Rashbam wants to say the Dina de Mechusadino. In this case, you don't Dina de Mechusadino. The king did not say that the karka belongs to the one who gives the shtar. If you have Dina de Mechusadino, of course you go with Dina de Mechusadino. That's what Rashbam learns. And that's a big discussion over here in the Rishonim. Just to mention, this will conclude this daf, is that what is the idea behind Dina Mechusadino? So the Rashbam over here says, is an agreement that everybody will go with the king. It's as if it's a democracy. We all accept the fact that we need to follow some laws, so we're going with the Chukei HaMelech. The Ran in Dorian famously says that the reason is because the king owns the land. He owns all the lands of the country. And therefore we have to listen to the laws. How big of community is for today? Because today, the government doesn't own the lands. But you have a Komas HaMelech. So if you're going with the Rashbam, that applies also to governments like today. If you go with the Ran, it does not apply to today. The Din of Dina Mechusadino obviously is a very big topic on its own. They say, well, this will stop this daf.